Okay, so what if? Just gonna put it out there. Lay all the man-made rules, all the rules, period, to this life, to whatever we think we know, whatever we think is going on, whatever we want to get behind today, good God Almighty. If you put all that down and put yourself in the shoes of God looking at everyone else, and these up are just, that's, you know, if you ask somebody who's got God, or if you ask someone else about someone that they know has God in them, usually they reference it to joy. That's how you can usually tell if they got Holy Ghost in them, or if they got God with them, or whatever. There's just a spirit of joy that surrounds them, that exudes from them, and you know, they spread it. It's joy. And the reason why you know that is because laughter is a response to joy. And it's an uncontrollable act. It's not something you can control if you truly are one with yourself. You know, some things might just be stupid, or something dumb happens because of something stupid that you saw coming, and you're like, you know, even when things that are maddening that you knew it was going to get bad, and you said something but nobody listened. Laugh, because it's, at the same time, if that's just all that our tiny little brain can actually respond to as something that has no words to being touched by God. There are no words. That's why there's poems and songs and certain, what is it, frequencies, whatever. It's because we're all trying to grasp. We're all trying to scramble around to figure out what it is in this life that gives us that peace, right? What if it's all a test? What if this whole life, if you live it right, and that doesn't mean, when I say live it right, I don't mean upstanding your whole entire life, never have any issues whatsoever. I'm talking about do the worst of the worst, like drugs and, you know, all kinds of bad stuff, but always somehow you have that, you still have God in your heart. Now the sin is all the same to God. You're still His creation. You're still connected to the Creator. Doesn't matter if it's just like if you have kids, when they cuss you and holler at you to your face and tell you they hate you and everything else, man, doesn't change the fact that you're still my kid. There's nothing you can do about it. My DNA is in you, bro. Sorry about your bad luck. You're my kid. This is the luck of the draw, bro. Sorry about your bad luck. Anyway, so moving on. The whole thing is, but all of it, the words that we try to put to what he's trying to tell us. They're man's words put to pictures that he puts in our heads because he's trying to tell you stuff, but because we don't, we we're grains of sand in a desert. And the problem with man is we think I'm a grain of sand, and they only think about that one little grain that everybody's fighting over. That one little grain, when there's a whole fucking desert. Everybody's worried about what they can amount in this life. The whole idea of life, the whole secret of life, is you'll never know how truly great you are until you get your ass whipped. Point number one, my teenage boy let my teenage girl cut his hair. That man, like, that's just good shit. I'm just saying, if you don't take life so fucking seriously, like for just like a moment, just recognize how fucking hilarious that shit is, dude. It's great. But in that, there's a lesson. And I told them both. I said, hey, I told my daughter, because she wanted to quit in the middle of it. And then told my son, because it looked a little shady right off the get-go. I said, hey, you wanted her to cut your hair? You begged her to cut your hair. And you know how she is. I'll put some pictures in here later, but and then video of them two. And they love each other. He's 17, she's 15. And she's like her mama. She loves to do hair and stuff like that. And her brother, because he's stupid, a lot of times is her test dummy. But she wanted to quit in the middle of it. I said, no, you love your brother, and your brother loves you. And I got on to him the same way. I said, hey, you went and told her that you wanted to get it done. You begged her because you have enough faith in her to take care of you because you love her and you know she loves you. All right? But the faith is in each other. One, to make him look good. The other one, the faith that she wants to do a good job. It's a weird kind of symbiotic relationship kind of thing they got, but it works. But they get angry when shit don't go right. But that's kind of like part of the contract, right? Like, okay, I know that you're not a professional fucking haircut person, so but you're my little sister, and you're the only one I know that'll do what I want. But I love you anyway, no matter what happens. Even if you have to shave my whole fucking head. That's the whole point. It'll all grow back. But it was beautiful. I'll post some of those, that video in a minute. It was awesome. Anyway, so back to the meaning of life. You never know, just there's no victory without defeat, man. You don't know how tall you stood until somebody knocks you down. And then you stand back up and you see the person, or what? It's not always a person. I'm just trying to make it simple, but it's a what knocks you down more than anything else. When you stand back up to see what it took to knock you down, if you really stop and think about it, don't stop in the being knocked on your ass. That's not the point. The point of getting knocked on your ass is to stop and give you a revelation. Not just that you can get your ass whipped by whatever, but that there is a point of reflection in getting your ass whipped by whatever. What did you learn from this ass whipping? How did it whip your ass? Usually it leans towards, I wasn't looking, because you always get hit by the thing that you ain't worried about. That's what happens. Anyway, this whole life, you can't have good without bad. You can't have love without having your heart broken. You don't know how good is till you experience really, really bad. And you can't have really, really bad if you've never had good. You have a baseline for everything, but you have to experience this entire life. Good, bad, and everything in between, all the nuances of the entire humanity as a whole experience, what the whole point of life is. Okay, and how God sees it, no matter how much we fuck it up, in the middle of all of it, you still have this crazy, unwavering love. In the middle of all of it, even though they're screaming at you, fuck you, I hate you. You're too cute. You know what I'm saying? That's where God's at. He's like, y'all are fucking retarded. We all do the same stupid shit. Even the guys that are crazy smart right now, or that we deem crazy smart right now, just because what right now is popular right now. Like, what the fuck ever, dude. It all makes no fucking difference whatsoever in the entirety of existence. None of this shit we're worried about today, right now, at this fucking moment, makes one fucking bit of difference. Just saying. Because Earth is a training ground, and God is the ultimate coach for the next life. And you guys got the devil kind of all wrong. So in the beginning, when he made everything, God, there's something that I've experienced myself. Once again, it's the whole idea of this life. If you put your hands in the earth, plant something, just don't fuck with it. Just let it do what it's gonna do. There's something very fundamentally joyful about it. Just let it do what it's gonna fucking do. Holy shit, it made fruit. Wow, that's fucking awesome. Can I eat that fruit? Maybe, maybe not. All about the plant, isn't it? But so it was like that for a couple million years when I was creating the universe. Just watching everything do its thing, and when it all settled out, and everything started getting kind of on a system to God. Not our fucking timetables and bullshit that we fuck his plan up so bad all the time. There's something I learned. 30 years in the oil field. Keep it simple, stupid. Those are the laws. He did. He just, man, literally, he gave us a whole fucking planet, and we fucked it up. Never had to work a day in your life. We fucked it up. All you had to do was, like, literally make babies, eat shit, and make more babies. Oh my God. And gave you the perfect mate to do that with. Like, literally you wanted for nothing, and we still fucked it up. So now, thousands of years after the creation of man, he's like, y'all just gonna, you see all these, they keep finding proof of past civilizations and shit like that. It's like, man, he literally just fucking planted shit and let shit fucking fly. Okay? Now, just like you do if you got kids, every now and again, because I do, I'll sit there and I'll let them fight it out and be like, Now when it starts getting bloody and shit, then I'm like, hey, pow, pow. You know what I'm saying? Line them both out. Like, well, he or her, I don't give a shit, because we got, not only do I have a teenage boy and a teenage girl, but I got 2 small, under the age of 10, girl, boy. And having that whole thing in all one household is so much fun. Anyway, it's kind of a representation of God and life in general. Like, so you got the dad who wants nothing but peace. You got the mom who's trying to make all the rules and make everybody listen to shit and do shit. Dad's just like, pick up after your fucking self, do your part, and shut the fuck up. I mean, that's it. Carry your weight, pick up after yourself, and treat each other with respect. If you start with respect outside of your fucking self, man, all the rest of it just kind of falls into place, dude. If you just know the basics of respect. Anyway, so in a household like that, you got little ones, still very immature, waiting to figure out life. But all they want to do is love, and they want attention. So they do all kinds of things for that attention and love. If you don't make sure that they know that no matter what, you love them. Teenagers are just shy of adulthood, and you can kind of see eye to eye with them and be like, knock that shit off. But I love you. Because you see where that shit's going. But you can't do shit about it, because they're going to be grown. And if you badger the fuck out of them, what does that do? Does not help. There's a time when it's like, I'm here if you need me to help you make decisions. I hope that anything that I've ever said that had wisdom whatsoever in it, in the life that I've given you, so that you can make up your own mind. And if there's things that are too hard for you, know that I'm here with no judgment. And that I love you always. Love, man. Love, love, love. Like, I'm a dick too, though, don't get me wrong, but I love peace. But I know I'm going to get a whole bunch of haters on this one. But I don't give a fuck at this point. So like I said in the beginning, before man, long before man, he had him and the angels, right? Because he just wanted, he really needed man. It's why, it's why it is like so inherent in male DNA to be like bros before hoes. It's the stupidest shit you'll ever hear in your life, but it's the fact. You know, women are cutthroat as fuck. Boy, they'll stab a bitch in the back, man. Oh my god. Anyway, sorry. Side note. But, so, he had the angels. So not only was he planting stuff and watching it grow, but it's even more fun, because it's pretty fucking boring all by yourself, man. There's like, you know, after a while, you know, we're talking about like millions of years, like you probably got bored, you know, kicking rocks around, and like, oh, I'm so great, I do this, I'm blue. Then what? You watch shit grow. You know what it's gonna do after a while, right? So then he makes some angels. Cause I want to set them loose on the fucking universe to see what they do, because that's gonna be fun. Like I said, remember, Spirit of God is joy. The whole laughter thing, right? Yeah. Every time I've ever gotten Holy Ghost, every moment of my life, there was always like an uncontrollable giggle, and it's like, it sounds psychotic, which is for a reason, and this is why. But he has all these angels, but he's got one who gets a really bad rap. And it's his best friend. And the whole of everything that he has created, he literally made his own best friend. Him and his buddy, they get together. And they talk about this whole man creation thing. And he's already figured out that, you know, and it's just between him and his best friend. He says, there are universal laws that even God has to obey. There has to be balance. No matter what you want, there's some things you just can't. They're universal. Like, in all the dimensions and all the universes and all the galaxies, however the fuck you want to quantify that shit, man, there are some things you just can't change. We try to put what we call numbers to some of it, and whatever. You know, our little fucking puny brains can't get nowhere near what the actual truth is. But he says there has to be balance. He said they really can't know the nature, obviously, because he knows what's going to happen once he creates man. So they can't know the true nature of goodness without, you guessed it, evil. So you have to have the very worst of humanity, or you can't have heroes. You have to have a devil to have a savior. And what if, just between them two, they made this deal? Because he likes to just plant shit and watch it grow. He says, I'll tell you what, you go convince everybody to do something different. Whoever follows you, follows you. Between you and I, will know the truth. And I'll always love you because you are my creation. But the world will hate you anyway. They'll call you the worst. I can't ever show you forgiveness. I can't ever show anything but contempt for you. But I need a bad guy. And what the really fucked up part of it is I don't know, but in that conversation, I can imagine that being something to the effect of they were discussing it and he volunteered. There has to be bad, or you can't have good. But your level of understanding of the entire everything has to change. All the things that we think are fucking important, all the things that we fucking fight over, all the things that we kill each other over, what name you want to... What? Fucking serious? I don't give a shit what you want to call yourself, man. That has nothing to do with me, man. I know who created all of it. That is the one truth you have to understand. Because this life, like I said, is a training. If you can love, even when someone treats you like shit, turns their back on you, goes and be with someone else, comes back, and this isn't a rant about just, like a wife who has issues, but there's and continue to be who you're supposed to be. There was it was a heavy learning curve for me in there, but it was a discipline to see how I was gonna be and continue to have understanding that there's a greater plan other than what we see. Because what brings wisdom other than divinity? Of course, you have education, study, and then there's, of course, experience. Now, you got, once again, we're talking about like the grains of sand in a desert shit. You got a man, the most brilliant mind of our time right now, whoever it may be. A lot of people say Elon Musk. I actually like Elon. I think he's a cool cat. I think he's next level too, and I'd love to dig in his brains. I'd love to sit down and get super fucking him and Joe Rogan and get all psilocybin, whatever. Yeah, I'm down. But, or actually, Jordan Peterson's another I'm really fond of him too, and it's not just, and you can see the frustration in Jordan Peterson's face sometimes when he's like, man, I can't explain it to him in a way. That's why he's so articulate. Like me, I can be articulate, but it's like there's some things you got to give up on because they're either not ready for it or they are so confined by what they think reality is that they can't see any truth. It doesn't matter my truth, your truth, their truth, this truth, that truth, whatever. Truth is truth. Truth of the universe will never change. It's just the way it is. The truth of our existence will never change. It's all a test. Like I said, everything in the Bible is just where you start. For us little b small-minded, nothing's from nothing that he created to try to raise us to be something better. Because your Father doesn't want that. If you truly are a father in your heart, you raise your children to be better than you. because they'll be raising the children of tomorrow, and hopefully that sentiment will sit with them. Each generation that they try to raise better than them. And I don't mean better like have better jobs or make more money or nicer stuff, man. I'm talking about being better fucking people. Be better fucking people. There's no explanation needed, man. There's something in the center of you that tells you how to be better fucking people. Period. At the end of your life, if you don't have contentment with what has gone on, I'm 46 years old. If you don't have some type of contentment about, like, if I died right now, did I learn what I was supposed to learn on this existence? It ain't about all the rest of it. Did I learn what I was supposed to learn? Did I take advantage of every opportunity for education for the next life? Did I close my mind off to the thought of something different other than whatever else I fucking thought? And let God lead you to the truth. That's all I'm saying. Anyway. Oh yeah, dude, totally. And y'all can hit me up like Joe Rogan, Elon Musk. I would fucking love to do that, by the way. Oh, Jordan Peterson, same shit. I don't know Jordan Peterson, never done none of that stuff, but I'd love to sit there and just listen to that cat talk. I mean, like lectures. Oh yeah, duh, that's what he does. Professor C, just saying. Anyway, love you guys. Out.